Oh my god. We're doing it. Oh my god. I'm gonna cry. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kels, and welcome to Kels and Her Dream. Okay, y'all, so I'm sorry I had to interrupt to tell y'all that I know that there's lipstick on my teeth. I was not going to go back and re-record this video, so I just wanted to put that out there as a disclaimer before this video starts, that there's going to be lipstick on my teeth the entire video, and I'm sorry. But next time, we will double check that. Alright, stay tuned. Alright. Hi you all. It has been far too long. It has been far too long. I have been living life, okay? Life has been lifing, alright? Life really beat my ass right now, if we really be honest. But I felt like I couldn't just hop back on YouTube and just drop a makeup video and just be like, we back. I feel like I couldn't do that. I think that a lot of my subscribers were people that I got to know on social media like Facebook and Instagram, and people that I actually talked to, people that I became friends with. So I felt like it was necessary to do a video detailing where I have been, what is happening, where I am now. So first things first, the biggest things that have changed is, number one, I am married, I own a home. And the biggest thing that I am super proud of is that I am finally a lawyer. Okay, so it's been a minute, so I gotta remember to look into the camera, which is above me. As I told you all, I am in my first home, and we bought this home in 2020, right smack dab in the middle of the pandemic. So all this setup is new. I really don't know what I'm doing yet, where I want things. I might switch things around, but the first thing I gotta remember to do is look at the camera. So where I left off was, I was in law school. I think the last video I posted, I was in my second year of law school, which was before everything in the world went chaotic. It had to be around 2018, 2019. And so I stopped posting for various reasons, but the biggest reason was that I didn't want anything to hinder my future in my career. Hindsight is 2020 though. Where I'm at now, I really don't care. I really don't care. I feel like I did everything right. I feel like I did everything I could to protect myself from certain things happening, and it still happened. So at the end of the day, what's going to happen to you is what's going to happen to you. What's in your story is what's in your story. God has already written it. So that's why I decided to come back, because I'm just like, I love this. I loved YouTube. It made me happy. It made me smile. It was the thing that kept me going. It was the thing that I was most excited to get to at the end of each week. To record each weekend and upload, and to make people happy, and to teach people makeup, and to also vibe and do something that I love. So with that being said, I was like, I'm not going to hide myself anymore. God was really clear that, baby, you gotta stop hiding as a defense mechanism, because I didn't put you on this earth to hide. You have a beautiful personality that is amazing, and the world needs to see this, whether it's 200 people or 2,000 people or 20,000 people. It didn't matter. I felt like I needed to do this for myself, so I'm back. So when I was in law school, I will say it was one of the hardest experiences of my life. I am now diagnosed. Okay, I never thought I'd be saying this, but I am now diagnosed with depression and anxiety. It's not my strongest attribute. It has definitely been a battle. It has definitely been something that I've struggled with. It's something that I'm very insecure about because people definitely take advantage of it when I speak about it or when I'm honest about it. But I decided when I was diagnosed that I wouldn't hide it. I wouldn't let anybody shame me from it. However, that doesn't keep people from preying on you and mistreating you, hence why I don't have a job right now. So we're going to start with law school. So as some of you all know, I've wanted to be a lawyer since I was a little girl. That's one of my dreams, and I fulfilled that dream. So I started doing YouTube in college, and I just kept doing it because I loved it. But then I had a dream. I had a dream that I wanted to become a lawyer, and I didn't realize how hard that would be. I didn't realize how unobtainable that is to a lot of black people. I did not realize that. All I knew is that I had a dream. Me and God had a conversation, and he said, baby, this is where you're supposed to go and what you're supposed to do. So I went and did it. What I didn't know is that I would become inspirational for some people. I didn't ask for that, and I don't really want it, but it is what it is. I didn't know that there was not a lot of black lawyers, because where we at? Where y'all at? Y'all need to go ahead, take the LSAT, go to college, do what you need to do, get up on in that law school, get your gavel going, cap and gown. We need all that. Bar exam, we need all that. Y'all need to stop playing. What I didn't realize is that it's a gate-kept profession. It's an elitist profession. I didn't realize any of those things when I was entering this profession. All I knew is that I had a dream that I wanted to be a lawyer, and that's what I was supposed to do. And I did it. However, because of all these things that come with it, I fell into a really deep depression. It saddened me that the world is so cruel. And some people realize that early, but I was fortunate enough to be blessed enough to realize that the world is also very kind and very promising. And so that was the mindset that I went into. But when all of that was cracked, it was just really hard. It was really hard for me personally to grasp the fact that maybe the world really is cruel and I'm just an anomaly. So I fell into this deep depression. I was really sad. Honestly, I was just really sorry, y'all. My head was itching. I got eczema. Okay, so I was just really sad. It was the first time I ever experienced racism, and I know for a lot of people that's like, what? But I was, again, fortunate and blessed enough to attend one of the only, I feel like not one of the only, I feel like it's the only, I was blessed enough to attend the only historically black high school in Kentucky, which is Central High School. Shout out to my alma mater. They not like us. They not like us. Why I make it sound like a Negro spiritual? I don't know. Yeah, I was fortunate enough to go to one of the only historically black high schools in Kentucky. This is the high school where everybody named mama that went to Central. I went to Central. If y'all know about Central, you need to learn, let me teach you something. Okay, Muhammad Ali went to my high school. My grandmother, who you can't see her, but she's on this poster behind me on the wall, she passed away last year, but she also went to Central. And so to me, that's one of my heroes. So a lot of amazing people went to this school, and it's majority black. Like, there's probably like 5 white people in there, and then we got a little couple Hispanics, couple Indian, couple, we got a little blend in there a little bit, but they like 5%. So I don't know what racism is. Like, what you mean you don't like black people? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, what you mean? You just don't like us because we black? Like, you don't like my vernacular? You don't like my little twang to my voice? You don't like the sauce that I add to everything? You don't like it? What you mean you don't like it? I'm confusion. Yeah, I never experienced racism for myself like that. Like, little bits and pieces there, but I never experienced people literally mistreating me because of the color of my skin. And I ain't even got that much melanin, so imagine if I was dark skinned with an afro. Imagine. I do have an afro, but it ain't fussy. Okay? It ain't kiki. I wish it was, but it's not. Maybe I'd have edges. Yeah, so I walked into the school, y'all. I'm not gonna tell y'all everything. But basically I walked into the school, ain't nobody look at me. I was like, where are my people at? I was like, where we at? I just was like, in 2018, like we in the new era, you telling me y'all can only find 4 black people? So it's 130 some odd people in this class, and you tell me you can only find 4. Something ain't right. And to make matters worse, they put me in a remedial program, told me, we're not going to get into it in this video. I'm going to make another video about my law school experience and why the hell I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs now. But it was a very traumatic experience for me. I had an identity crisis. I had a lot of things going on, and I literally went into this depression, and I'm still recovering from it. I'm still trying to figure it out, and I'll make another video about my mental health journey. We are getting better, but we are still fighting. But I say all that to say I was in a very racist, mean, harsh situation. A classmate of mine found my YouTube page. There was nothing bad on here by any means, and I'm gonna put my videos back up, but they were telling everybody my social media handles. They were telling everybody my YouTube, showing everybody my page, my videos. I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel like anybody had my best interest at heart. I knew that I was great, and I knew that in a land filled with mediocrity and people that have never been told no, that it was not in my best interest to leave my YouTube up. Law school is a very competitive environment. Everybody is trying to one up each other, and it never changes. It's like that in the profession too. I thought it would get better, but it's not. Everybody wants themselves to look better than anybody else, and I was there like, I'm on a God-driven mission. This is my purpose. I don't care about you, Brenda. I don't care about you, Martha. I don't care about none of y'all. I just care about me getting to my goal. So for me, I don't care about what y'all competing over, because what's for me is for me. So I always had a different mindset from everybody else in law school, and it was just a weird place to be. It was very toxic. So I decided to take all my videos down and stop posting on YouTube, because unfortunately lawyers are losers. Okay, I take it back. I take it back. But lawyers are weird people, and for some reason, if you have any sort of personality or happiness in your life, they want to make you miserable. So I took everything down. So here we are. I stopped posting, and I lost myself. I lost myself in so many different ways, and I'm on a mission to find myself again. So I decided to come back to YouTube and start doing what I love, start doing my makeup content. But then also, like, I've grown so much life has happened to me, so much has been thrown to me. I've learned a lot. I've grown spiritually, I've matured, and I feel like this channel can be way more than what it ever was. So we back with a new vision, but it's still Kels and her dream, because baby, I got a lot of dreams. And it's unfortunate that I've had to go through some of the things I had to go through because I'm a black woman, but it's also fortunate because it makes the story so much juicier. So with that being said, in the last few years, so around 2019 is when I stopped posting. So so much has happened. Oh my God, I don't even know where to start. I was engaged. I don't think I ever like announced that I was engaged, but y'all probably saw the ring in some of the videos. So my now husband proposed to me my first year of law school, because he was like, you're not gonna become a lawyer before you become my wife. That's literally what he said. So he proposed. I don't have my rings on. There's more to the story, but I could not fit my rings anymore, and I stopped wearing them. And now I have lost nearly 100 pounds, and I could probably fit my rings again, but I'm just not used to wearing them, so that's why I don't have rings on. But so yeah, I was engaged around the time that I was still posting. We never had a wedding because of COVID. As y'all know, COVID happened. So I was in my apartment when I last posted a makeup tutorial. I love that apartment. So, and y'all could probably hear like a noise. Unfortunately, my office / beauty room / recording studio now, I guess, is right outside of my window is the air conditioning unit, and it's cold as shit. It's like 10 degrees outside, so we're not turning the heat off. Y'all gonna have to hear it. All right. Okay, so I'm taking y'all on a journey with me of how we get to where we are now. So we were in our apartment. It was a nice apartment. I love that apartment, man. I loved it. But we was in this apartment, and our lease was about to be up, and we decided that we were going to get a house. We knew we wanted to get a house. That's something that my now husband always wanted to buy. When I met him, he was living with his parents, saving money to buy this house. So we knew we wanted to get a house, and I don't know, like our apartment complex changed management, and all of a sudden they want to get everything in order, and they wanted us to sign another lease, and we were doing month to month for like a good 2 years. Like, then all of a sudden they was like, you gotta sign the lease. So we was like, we're not gonna sign the lease because we really wanted to get this house. We were about to get married, and we didn't want to be stuck. And at least hindsight is 2020. We should have kept our ass there, but it's all good. This is what God wanted for us. Our lease was up. We decided we wanted to get a house, and my dumbass fiance, who is now my husband, my dumbass husband, he decided that we could try to buy a house within a few months. I don't know where that's logical, especially where you don't know what could happen. You got to give yourself some leeway. You knew our lease was up. What's wrong with you? So yeah, our lease ended up being up in March, I believe. March or April. But as y'all know, COVID happened March of 2020. So we were searching for a house, and in the middle of all of that, COVID erupted. And it shut everything down, and it slowed everything down. So people was hanging on to their houses, and the interest rate had dropped. So then you had people wanting to buy a house now because the interest rate was really, really low. And in our budget, everybody was in the same budget for some reason. So people were bidding for houses and paying like $10,000 to $20,000 more for a house that wasn't even worth that. And so we could not find a house. We ended up being homeless. And as y'all can see, that's why I say he dumb. Because I'm not the type of individual that can go back home to my parents. Well, my parents. It's a toxic situation. We don't want to talk about it because we've moved on as a family. But essentially, it's just one of those situations where we're a mixed family and drama is drama. I was the type of individual that could not go back home. So, and he was aware of that. That's why I say he dumb. Because why would you even put me... We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. Because... We're not going to talk about it. We'll talk about it in therapy on Monday. We ended up moving into his parents' house. We also not going to talk about what that experience was like because I am married to this man, and therefore I'm married to his parents, and I'm already in trouble for talking shit about his sister, so we just going to leave it at that. yeah, we ended up moving to his parents' house, and I lived there for 7 months, and it was interesting. We're just gonna leave it there. It was very interesting. Never experienced anything like that in my life. But yeah, we finally got the house in November of 2020, and this is the house that we live in now. Law school, what happened with that was we went to spring break and we never came back. So my last 3 semesters of law school was online, and that was very interesting as well, but I thank God for it. As I told y'all, law school was just a very toxic situation. So once we went online, it was a breeze. I had straight A's. I wonder why. Because I wasn't being harassed by bigoted white people that were becoming lawyers. But that's neither here nor there. I don't care anymore. So yeah, I made it through law school. I graduated in May of 2021. That's when the world kind of started opening back up, and I was able to walk. I'll try to insert pictures into this video, but I was able to walk across the stage and graduate, and I'm smiling because it was one of the best days of my life. And just to tell y'all a little backstory, like, I was so depressed that I didn't even want to graduate, and here I'm very emotional about it. But this lash is leaning like fetch. Oh, okay. So I was so depressed that I didn't even want to graduate. I was so overwhelmed that I didn't care about graduation. So my parents were the ones that kind of got me in the mode to like really appreciate what I was doing. I'm gonna cry. Hold on. Yeah, I don't want to cry because I don't want to mess up my makeup, and I didn't put primer on, so it's just gonna mess up everything. But my parents were the ones that really showed me to have more appreciation for what I was doing. My grandmother, God rest her soul, was so happy and so proud. So I had pulled myself together in a matter of a few days. I emailed my dean back and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna walk. I'm ready. So I ended up being in the back of the line. I was like the 5th person to last to walk across the stage because I didn't even email the dean back to tell her like I was coming and all this stuff. I didn't care. I was freaking done. But as a black person, as a black woman that came from a single parent household raised by her dad, that has so many obstacles in front of her and ahead of her, to do what I was able to do was so amazing. And I'm crying because it's so crazy how much I had to deal with to get this degree. And it's also crazy because I'm literally my ancestors' wildest dreams. Like, to look back in history and realize that people like me were literally considered chattel. They were in shacks with horses and cows. We weren't allowed to read books. Like, just to realize who I am as a person. And it was because people like my ancestors that were brought over here unwillingly to work for free and to be beaten and abused and traumatized, and then to grow up with a grandmother who's literally an orphan. She had no parents, to do all that she was able to do, and for her to pour into me and help me become a lawyer. I was like, I gotta go to graduation. So I graduated, baby. I graduated, baby. And I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. But after that, like after I got through that day, it got really dark. Really dark. And I think it was because, number one, I was burnt out and tired. Number two, I had experienced so much trauma that I hadn't dealt with. I was scared to go to therapy because, again, I didn't want anything to hinder me. I didn't want to be diagnosed with anything while I was still trying to get my license. I didn't want any of that. So I was just like putting it off because I knew that I was depressed. I knew that something was wrong, but I was putting it off because I didn't want anything to hold me back because I was black, and that was enough strikes against myself. So I graduated and it got really, really dark, and I didn't think I was even gonna be here. Like, I don't know. That's the best way I can put it. I didn't care about no makeup, no YouTube. Didn't care about getting back to normal. I didn't care about none of that. I literally was just making it day by day by day by day. And I started therapy in 2021 or 2022, sometime around there. It's been about 2 years, so I think 2022. Because everybody was losing their mind because of COVID, so all the people was booked up. So they couldn't even get me in until about it was 2022, actually January 2022. Everybody lost their mind, and the therapist was all the therapists in the city was booked up. I said, now look, I'm about to go jump off this bridge. Somebody get me in here. I ain't say all that, but we were in a very dark time. We were. So I got to therapy. Shout out to my cousin. I will tell y'all all about my therapy journey and my mental health journey. We're not gonna get into it right now, but shout out to my cousin who helped me get the help that I needed, and I would not be where I'm at today without her. So I went to therapy. By the way, I was interning with this company. We got a story about that too. I might not be able to tell the story. I was working for this company. They promoted me right out of law school. I thought it was my dream job. They told me I would never be able to do this right out of law school. All of that went haywire. Again, people are not nice. And again, people are racist. And again, people do not care about black women when they need help. That is the theme of all of my trauma and pain lately. Corporate attorney. I'm still a corporate attorney, but right now I'm not practicing. So I started practicing law. I skipped a little bit because I got distracted by that whole trauma situation with work. But again, we were in a really dark place, and I decided to take the bar exam even though I knew I wasn't ready for the bar exam. I was drinking almost every day. I was drinking like maybe 4 bottles of wine a week. Just drinking it, doing it up. Drunk. I wasn't drunk, but I was like, definitely, I had liquor in my system. And if you know, you know, like, alcohol does not help your brain, and the alcohol does not help depression. So I was not in a space to be taking anybody's bar exam. And I didn't want to study. Like, I was just doing it up, sleeping all day. I would go to work and then sleep and then study here and there. I just wasn't feeling it. On weekends I was supposed to be studying all day, and I was just, I didn't care. If we really be honest, I didn't care. So I took the bar exam, snapped out of my, these are depressive episodes, by the way, which I've learned now that I'm in therapy, but snapped out of my depression and started just like hitting it, like no alcohol, studying, doing everything I needed to do. But unfortunately I did not pass the bar exam. I was 10 points away from passing, but I did not pass. So I had to, that took me in a deeper depression, because I was like, Lord, when is it going to be over? I was just like, I was like, I don't have another bar exam in me. Like, I was crying, like bawling tears. I was just like, God, why? Not realizing that I need to take some accountability, because the reason why I didn't pass was that I was not taking it serious, and I was not putting my all in. So after a couple of weeks of sorrow and feeling sorry for myself, I picked myself up and was a big girl and a grown woman about it, and was like, hey, you tripping. You really tripping, because last time I checked, you said it was your dream to be a lawyer, so what's up? So I stopped drinking. I did not take a drink the entire time I was studying for the bar exam. I was completely sober, and I put myself on a strict schedule. So I would go to work I would take an hour break after work. I would study as long as I could until I was so tired, and then I would get ready for bed and do it all over again the next day. On weekends, I would study at least 8 hours a day, and then that was my schedule. I ate healthy, I worked out, I made sure I took care of myself. I went to therapy every week, and my therapist too, shout out to her. I kind of miss her. I kind of fired her. Again, we'll talk about my therapy journey. She didn't do anything wrong. It just didn't feel like a great fit for me as far as like culturally. But she was an amazing therapist. And I wouldn't be as far along as I am without her. And so yeah, my therapist gave me some like tips on how to study, and like that definitely was a game changer for me, and I'll share those tips on my channel. But I went to therapy every week, just did what I was supposed to do. Went back in to take the bar exam. I also need to film a bar exam story. I have all this written down, I just haven't filmed it. I vlogged my entire bar exam experience. I never posted it, so I will do that. But I took the bar exam, I passed, I became an attorney, and I was working for this company, this alcohol spirits company, and it was overall it was a good experience. I learned everything. I learned a lot, but it was a very toxic work environment, and that relationship severed in June, so we're now in December, so it's been about 6 months since their relationship severed. So I haven't practiced law for 6 months now. So here we are in our current time frame, and I'm coming back to YouTube, number one, because I don't have anything constructive to do with my time at the moment while I'm searching for a job. As y'all know, the job market is trash. So searching for a job, and I really just want to get back to doing things that I love. I really want to get back to using my voice. I really want to come out of hiding. So here we are. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kels, and welcome to Kels and Her Dream. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you to remember to stay on diva status, and that's not just for you, but that's for me. I really lost myself. I really found myself in a place where I didn't remember who I was and all the capabilities that I had to bring to this world. I got lost in a place where people tried to tell me that who I am as a person, who I am culturally, wasn't okay. Just blame my dog for farting, because he is farting right now and it smells horrible. So we're gonna blame him for the tears because I can't breathe. Ro, you stink. He went, and you can hear him snoring. He don't care that I'm filming a video, but we're gonna blame him. Okay, I had to gather myself. But I was in a place where I had an identity crisis. I forgot who the hell I am, and I forgot I'm that girl. If we really be honest, I forgot I'm that girl, and I did not remember to stay on diva status. And that's the highest status you can get on. That's when you love yourself. That's when you know who you are. That's when nobody can tell you no. Nobody can tell you that you're not good enough. I forgot all of those values because I was chasing a dream, and not staying grounded in who I was, and not staying close to God. And all of those things mattered, and those things I needed to do. And so I feel like I've grown so much because I'm now cognizant of that when I go into new places, that I am who I am, and you're gonna have to accept it. And if you don't accept it, I'm not changing unless it's for the better. But I'm not changing just because you have hate in your heart. And I got eczema. I'm itchy. I'm sorry, y'all. But I wanted to just tell you guys that I hope that you will come back to my channel. I'm going to try to get on a schedule, but I am dealing with a lot right now. This is not something, where I'm at right now is not easy, and I'll tell more when I'm able to tell more. But I'm happy that I at least did this. This was big for me. Welcome back to Kels and Her Dream. The dream has shifted. I don't know what the dream is. I got some new goals written down. I'm proud of that because I haven't written new goals in a long time, because I have accomplished all my goals. It was time to write new ones, and it's time to write this new journey of my story. And in doing so, I want to do it doing things that I love. So here we are. I hope that you come and join me. I will be doing makeup content. I'll be doing wigs once I get a suitable income to start doing wigs again. I'll be doing fashion. I left something out of my story. So when I say fashion, real quick, y'all, I got bariatric surgery in April of this year, and I've lost 90 pounds. So I'm 10 pounds away from hitting 100 pounds. I probably am 5 pounds now. I haven't been on the scale, but I've lost 90 pounds. So we're going to get back into recreating my wardrobe, finding new style. So I'm looking forward to that. I also have been through a lot, as y'all probably have noticed in this video. Without going into a lot of detail, you probably have noticed I've been through a lot of crap because people are So I will be also making videos, story times, and just inspirational content. And I've also been on a very big mental health, healing, and spiritual journey. So I also want to do content related to that. So I hope y'all come along with me for the ride. I cannot wait to edit and post this video. I can't wait. But welcome back, y'all. I'm about to get out of here, but the last thing I want y'all to do for real is to remember to stay on diva status. Remember that. We're not coming down here because other people are down here. And I'm gonna start preaching again, but I'm gonna just leave y'all with that. Remember to stay on diva status. You are who you are. You are that girl or that man. I don't know, but you are who you are. So stay on your status. Stay on point. Stay where you're supposed to be. Stop coming down here for these people. Bye.